Hello and welcome to episode 1027 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me as always from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Yellow.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Went and saw the new Spider-Man today.
Ooh, okay.
It was really good.
You liked it? All right.
Yeah, I'd say it's I don't know. I'd have to sit and think about whether or not it's like my favorite of the current Spider-Man. But
yeah. Which number is this in the series that they're on now? The third, fourth,
maybe fifth.
Really? Fifth? Whoa. Okay.
Maybe it's the fourth.
Oh.
I don't know. It's all such a blur because I mean he's been in multiple Marvel Universe.
That's true.
Movies as well. But no, it was really good. And I will say, like, if it's something you're interested in, CJ, I don't think you are, but if it's something you're interested in seeing in the theater, go see it soon because there's spoilers out there, and you don't want the twist that's there spoiled.
Right.
So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter is seeing it right now, in fact.
Is she? Nice. So she's a comic book movie fan, or?
On occasion, yeah. It depends.
On occasion.
Yeah. I think she's kind of like me in that, sometimes there's some form of comic book media that I like and some that I don't. Like Batman the Animated Series, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Tim Burton movies, yes.
Yeah.
The first two Christopher Nolan movies, yes. But yeah. And
no, I hear you.
So I kind of pick and choose, and based on, in large part, like the reception to whatever the new thing is. Like,
sure,
if it's generally received positively, then I will go see it or catch it on streaming or something.
I've definitely there was a point, especially on the Marvel side. DC, I was always like that because the DC movies are just so hit or miss.
Yeah,
the Marvel films, right up until probably a few movies after the Infinity saga, they were like, I'm going to see every one of them in theater. But after a while, it just got to be like, well, these aren't all worth seeing in the theater anymore. But I'd been hearing really good things about this Spider-Man. And so I wanted to go see it. And my two youngest are actually off on a trip with their grandmother. So it's just me and my oldest here. And she and I that's one of the things we bond over is especially the Marvel Universe stuff.
Okay.
So chance to go out and see that movie with her, especially with not having to worry about whether the other kids wanted to go or anything like that. So yeah, it's great.
Great.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I guess we should talk about some video game news. Oh, I got my Donkey Kong Lego set yesterday.
I am jealous, but some of the video game news we're talking about here is the reason why I'm not going to get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the Double Fine layoff news, isn't it?
That's exactly it.
The one you're talking about?
In solidarity.
Okay.
Yeah.
In solidarity, you're not buying the Donkey Kong Lego. It's a big box. It's nice.
A big set.
It's a big set. I look forward to putting it together. I'm going on vacation here this week, so I won't be setting it up this week.
You should send it to me. I'll put it together for you.
No.
What? Oh,
I'm not going to do that because that'd be like giving the fun away. That's not good. Anyway, let's talk about some video game news. Let's start off with this one, which I thought was interesting. So Final Fantasy producer Yoshi-P commented, I believe this was during like a Q&A for a Final Fantasy 14 event. He was asked about Final Fantasy 6, 8, or 9 remakes. And he mentioned that if they did that, it would need even more games than the Final Fantasy 7 trilogy. So talking about Final Fantasy 6, being a very huge game. So 14 playable characters, huge world map. It might take 4 or 5 games to remake Final Fantasy VI. The quote here is, "Look at Final Fantasy VI. It's such an incredibly huge game. The scale is just immense," which I don't disagree with. But also, I think they could probably do it in fewer than 4 or 5 games.
I think they could probably do it in one.
I think they could do it in one.
I mean, I don't know. I'm really of mixed opinions on this. Hey, listen, the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy, great games.
Yeah.
And I get why they did it. But I also think that the world
in
would have
part
been
because they could do it and make
money
on each one, because Final Fantasy VII is so beloved.
Right. I also feel like the world would have been happy with just a remake.
Yeah, since the PlayStation 2 came out, people were asking Square about a Final Fantasy VII remake, and then they did that
that's
movie.
The thing. Yeah,
and they did other things with Final Fantasy VII, and then finally they're like, okay, we'll remake Final Fantasy VII, and they split it into 3 games. In part, I think, because not just because the story is dense, but because they could sell you 3 games.
Yeah, exactly.
But $60+.
That's the thing, is that they, for years and years, they were asked about it. They finally announced that they were doing it in 2015.
Right.
And it took 10 years for the entire trilogy to come out. And that's a little ridiculous. And that's the thing. And again, this feels morbid, but I'm 50 years old. And I really, if they were to say, hey, we're doing Final Fantasy VI, my favorite Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't get excited about that, because if I'm waiting until I'm 60 years old to play the damn thing, I'm not getting excited about it. I would be super happy to say, hey, we're doing a 2.5D remake.
Which, I mean, we got the pixel remasters, and that's...
absolutely. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll take that. But
yeah, anyway, not to be crotchety old man, but I'm just saying, 10 years is a long time to wait. It's just things take too long to make now.
The lead dev of Final Fantasy VII Revelation, Naoki Hamaguchi, said that Final Fantasy VI, if they did a remake, it would be in better hands if it went to another creator within Square Enix.
Right.
Not them. So, yeah. I wonder what ended up happening to that, because they were supposed to remake Final Fantasy IX. That was part of a leak.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it hasn't been a decade yet, so who knows?
What do you mean? For Final Fantasy IX?
No, since the leak.
Oh, since the leak.
I'm not saying it took 10 years to get a Final Fantasy. I mean, it took like 30 years to get a Final Fantasy VII remake done. But it took 10 years since they said they were doing it to get the trilogy done.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It took 20 years for them to make the decision, 10 years for them to get it done.
Yeah. Some bad industry news. Double Fine had to lay off 23 members of staff after going independent. So the action was necessary for its survival following its departure from Xbox. So very sad to hear. Double Fine, one of my favorite developers. I was lucky enough to be able to work with them on Headlander, and that was a fantastic experience. Everybody there just totally awesome, and sad to hear it. Very sad to hear it.
Yeah, I feel so bad because, again, I talked about this before, but I watched the Psychonauts 2, the 33-part Psychonauts 2 development documentary,
Psychodyssey,
this year.
Right.
And that happened to be when Microsoft came in and bought them. And I mean, Tim was just so excited. He was so excited. And he was excited, at least on camera. But I mean, know him a little bit.
Sure. I believe it.
And I believed,
authentic.
Yeah, I believed
Absolutely.
It was authentic. He was most excited about the stability for his company and his team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And then, of course, right on the heels of me watching that is when all this crap happened. And it's just, I'm sure the decisions were very difficult. And I'm the same way. Like, that's a pretty tight knit group. They're one of the very few sort of really high end boutique developers out there that sort of seem to put creativity ahead of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, it's sad when it happens to anybody, but it's amazing to me that he's managed to keep that place going for so long, considering how niche almost everything they do is.
Everything they do that's not Psychonauts or
right. But I mean, Psychonauts
even like,
is even pretty niche, but
well, that's true. That's true.
But anyway, it's just, I mean, I'm glad they were able to carry on in some form, but that sucks. That really sucks.
It absolutely does. And sad for everybody affected on that team. Different news, switching
Time
gears.
for some sunshine
here. Mario Sunshine is coming to NSO expansion pack on August 13th. So, I mean, if you already own the Mario 3D Classics collection, 3D All-Stars, then you already have Sunshine. But if you don't, and you're an NSO subscriber for the expansion pack, you can get it on August 13th. On August 4th, which is the day that this podcast comes out, actually, it'll probably be probably the evening of the 3rd, really. We get the 2 previously unreleased Virtual Boy games added to the library. So D-Hopper and Zero Racers will be coming out. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, Zero Racers, of course, started life as an F-Zero game. So pretty excited to try that. Although I have to ask, have you played much Virtual Boy since they came to NSO?
No, I have not. No,
it's
because
really painful to play.
I have to take the Joy-Con off, put it in the sleeve, or I guess put it in the plastic contraption, and like set aside room to be able to play it. It's not quite as convenient as just loading up other NSO systems.
It's as convenient as a Virtual Boy ever was.
This is true, actually. This is very true. Yeah, that is the problem. I thought it was very interesting. So they released a video.
I saw that.
About the Virtual Boy on Nintendo Classics, and it's kind of a live action commercial. This might be the most expensive piece of marketing Nintendo has ever done for the Virtual Boy. Even back in the 90s when the thing actually came out.
God, man.
Although I think a lot of this is like green screened, obviously, but
being in games sales and review and rentals when the Virtual Boy came out was so surreal, because it was so weird to watch Nintendo fail.
I know Nintendo at that time just doesn't happen.
It didn't happen ever.
Right.
And I mean, it was so bad. Like, I mean, the system was bad too, but like just the reception, you could see it coming a mile away, and clearly they just sort of charged ahead with this thing. But it was so, there was always in the back of your mind, it's like, it looks terrible, but I mean, it is Nintendo. If anybody can pull this off, it's going to be Nintendo. And boy, oh boy, what a mess.
What a mess. Oh, and they also released the soundtracks for a bunch of games on Nintendo Music. Which, by the way, if you are not using Nintendo Music, it is
I'm not using
Nintendo Music. Fantastic. God, it's so good. Especially since they added all of the free roaming tracks from Mario Kart World, which are a lot of like remixed and performed live.
Oh, good, because I never really heard those in the game.
I know, me neither. But like, it's got soundtracks
for free roaming.
Super Mario Brothers 2, Mario 3, like just so many good.
The music in that game was really good.
It's great.
The music was my favorite part of the game, actually.
Yeah, Nintendo Music is just a treasure trove of good stuff. And now that it works via a web browser as well, you don't have to use the app on your phone or anything like that.
That's neat.
You just go to music.nintendo.com, and if you're an NSO subscriber, hey, I'm
gonna go to music.nintendo.com right now.
You should, because it's a great little site.
I might put that run on a loop or something while I'm working. That'd be nice.
You should. And they've got like an awesome amount of playlists, like based on mood and things, and you can obviously create your own playlist too. And if you like particular songs, you can extend them to like an hour. So if you want to hear Super Mario Land's
using AI,
Overworld, no, I don't think so. You can have
Who the hell wants to listen to Super Mario Land's Overworld for an hour?
Ending
That's
track,
like a 10-second loop.
Exactly. I do. Me.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'll listen to it.
It's more than a 10-second loop. I'm only kidding. That's really good music.
It is. Yeah. Mario Land, great stuff. All right. In Lego news, we were talking a little bit about the Donkey Kong set that I'm very excited to put together, but there is a Lego PlayStation reportedly coming in October, and it will include a limited time Astrobot set with purchase. So that's like your gift with purchase. Yeah.
It's going to be like 160 US, I think. Yeah, 160 USD. So this is the reason why I'm not getting the Donkey Kong set. As much as I really, really would love to get the Donkey Kong set, between this and Donkey Kong in Canada is going to be about a $500 purchase.
Right.
Over the space of 2 months. And that I just can't justify that anymore. So this is the one I'm choosing because outside of the April Fool's joke that was the Genesis set,
the April Fool's joke that became real.
Yeah,
they let the interns design that.
Oh my God!
Clearly,
the Lego consoles have been incredible.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get this PlayStation set.
Yeah,
and I really hope someday they do a proper Genesis, but God knows.
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened with that? Was it?
I don't know.
On the Lego side or the Sega side?
Like which side? Figure it out.
Which side messed it up?
I can't figure it out. I just can't. Like I just don't understand it at all. I still. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, October 1st allegedly is when that'll be coming out alongside.
No, pretty exciting.
Set. Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
I am also excited about it. I think that's it for news, unless there was something else you wanted to speak about.
No, I don't think so.
No? All right, then. Let's hop into what you've been playing. I'll go first.
You go first.
I will go first. I have been playing Splatoon Raiders. No.
Me too.
No secret there. Hey, yeah, you've been playing it, which is fantastic. And I want to hear how much you definitely loved it, and don't say anything bad about it because I love this game. No,
I know you
can
do.
Say bad things if you want to about this game, but I finished it. I finished Splatoon Raiders.
That's a big deal. CJ doesn't finish a lot of games.
I don't finish a lot of games. That's true. But I rolled credits on this one. I guess technically, what is finishing a game? Is it?
Well, you rolled credits.
All
that's
of the post-game content, or just rolling credits? Rolling credits.
Is I had heard that. So to roll credits, did you need to do the final run a few times, or was it pretty straightforward?
It was straightforward. I did the final run. Usually in this game, if you die, you have like three tries of a stage, and if you use up all three, then it kicks you out. But the final stage is different than that. The final stage, it just lets you continue from checkpoints, or the final boss.
So it's more of
there is a run up to the final boss that is similar to the other stages where, yes, you have 3 tries. And that is more difficult because I'm sure you've been doing, or you may have seen the areas where you drill into the ground and there's usually like 3
Yes, I've done one of those now. Yeah.
Yeah. And those are fun. And so at the end of the game, there are those types of challenges as well. But it's like 10 levels that you have to do in succession. And you can only die 3 times before you're kicked out. So I did have to redo at least one of those a few times. But what I ended up doing was adjusting my loadout and some of the perks that I had equipped to really help me out in some of those later areas. So at a certain point, it was no problem at all once I had adjusted that stuff. So, yeah.
Cool.
But, the ending's great. I think it might be my favorite Splatoon ending. Splatoon has always had like the single player modes in the Splatoon games always have really cool boss fights and really cool end game sequences, especially the end boss. Like Splatoon 1 is a classic. I think I liked this one more than Splatoon 1, just in terms of the scale of the fight. I thought was really cool. And it uses some mechanics that aren't as frequently used in the main campaign. So that was fun to see as well, which kind of tells me that they could expand on some of those things even better or even more in a DLC expansion to this game, or any extra content they want to put out would be amazing. Because they kind of, I don't want to say they saved the best for last, but there's like a lot of really cool stuff in that end boss that is not anywhere else in the game. So, yeah, they could definitely do more with that. But I thoroughly enjoy this game. Even after I finished it, I went right back in, and it opens a bunch of post game stuff that you can do, which I am definitely going to work on. And then I went back and loaded up Splatoon 3, the side order DLC, which is a Splatoon roguelike, where you are fighting in kind of similar arenas to the dungeon layouts that they give you in Raiders, but you're doing specific things. And there are actually a bunch more mechanics in there that are not at all in Raiders, which I thought, like, oh man, they could add all of this stuff to Raiders, and that would be great. So we'll see what they end up doing. God, I hope they do. And I also, like, after finishing this game, and Nintendo often sends out like little questionnaires via email to you if you've played a game. They want you to like fill out a little survey. So I got the survey for Splatoon Raiders and just went off on how much I liked it and then how much I want DLC or a sequel. So I'm ready. I'm ready with my money. I'm ready to put it down for all of that. So yeah, very exciting stuff. It's such a great game. I've enjoyed even hopping in and doing the not the call for help, but I go help other players frequently and just have fun doing that. I did use call for help once now on one of the post game things. I was like, I died once, and I was like, oh, I'll use call for help and see what that does for me. And I was able to finish the dungeon with the call for help. So that was nice. But I love this game. I think it's definitely going to be on my top 5 game of the year. Where it is on that list, I'm not sure, but it's very high up there right now. So yeah, I love it.
I'm going to be a big wet blanket here.
Go ahead.
I really don't like this game.
You really don't like it? No.
I really don't like it.
No, what are you doing to me?
It is not.
Why don't
for
you
me.
like it? Tell me.
It's the gameplay loop. I have no interest in this at all.
Why?
I played it for about 2 hours, and I kept waiting for it to get more interesting, and it just wasn't at all. For me, I get it. I do.
Oh,
I get why you like it.
That pains me. That pains me.
I could not be less interested in this gameplay loop.
Oh, that hurts me personally.
You know what it is? It's just like the levels are super simplistic.
Yes.
And everything I'm going to say
early
here
on,
is the reason why people like
they
it.
are.
The levels are super simplistic. And
they get more complicated later.
I just like the grinding for resources and then building and upgrading gadgets and doing a loadout. Like I have zero interest in it.
But you like vampire crawlers and vampire survivors and
that
stuff. Is that's that stuff?
Yeah, but I mean, that's picking one crawler and one perk and then going and playing. Yeah, and then everything else is done during the game, right? Like picking up specific weapons and everything like that. So it just boy oh boy, just does nothing for me at all. Like I got to the point where when I was getting back out and sort of searching around the little island there as it's starting to expand and upgrading gadgets and stuff and then building a loadout. Once there's more than like 4 or 5 things to pick from, I didn't care. I don't care. I just give me a weapon and let me go shoot stuff.
Which you can do that. You can have it automatically do that stuff for you.
But yeah. Anyway, I really, really tried. As usual. These games aren't for me, man. They're just not for me. So yeah.
That pains me to hear.
Sorry.
Because I love the gameplay loop
in
this
game.
I know
you do. And I was not looking forward to talking about this tonight at all. I was sitting. I went to dinner with your best friend Mike last night, and another friend and Jim, and I brought it up. I was like, man, I feel terrible every time someone asks me to play these games because they know I'm gonna love it, and then I go play it, and it's like, oh God, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Oh.
I know it's like your front runner for game of the year, and
it is front runner for my game of the year. Absolutely. I'm playing the same stages over and over and over again. That's how much I enjoy it. God. When you finish the game, you unlock an additional difficulty for each stage. So, and I've started doing that. So you unlock spicy and then super spicy.
Ooh.
So I played some levels on super spicy, and it was as advertised, super spicy. So
I'll tell you what, my favorite thing in the game.
What?
Is the way the crane flings you to the level.
Yes.
It's my favorite thing. I enjoy that every time it happens.
It's so satisfying.
I don't know why it's so stupid, but I just love it.
Yeah. Pure Nintendo attention to detail, awesomeness. Yeah.
Yep. So
they're so good at that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's disappointing to hear.
Yeah. Sorry.
Greg. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You've disappointed me personally.
I'm a terrible person.
It's all right. It's all right. But we should try to play together. We could play together. You could invite me to a game and we could have fun playing.
But that would require me continuing to play this.
Oh, okay. And you don't want to do that? You don't even want to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I'm finding it difficult. It's not, I just don't I don't enjoy the gameplay loop at all.
Okay.
It's not even that it's Splatoon. I think it would be anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Are we still friends? I feel like this could be the end of the show.
It could.
Wow.
I'm back. All right. Well, I've been playing one other thing this week that I want to talk about. And of course, it's an advertisement, you could say. I've been playing Luminous Remastered on mobile devices. So the fine people at Enhance, hey, I work there. And Sound Games, they're a mobile developer. Sound Games is the publisher of this. They ported Luminous Remastered to mobile phones and tablets. So if you have an iPad, an Android device, Android phone, or an iPhone, you can now download an official version of Luminous Remastered and play it on your device. You can use on-screen touch controls, or of course it supports Bluetooth controllers as well. And I'm not like the biggest fan of on-screen buttons, but I really like the implementation here, and I was able to play just as skillfully, or is that unskillfully, as I do on the console versions using the touch controls on this version of the game. So Luminous Remastered, it is free to try, so you can download it and play, I think, like the first 4 stages of the game, and then it unlocks with a one-time purchase for $7.99 US, and the equivalent in other currencies.
I'm a fan of that.
And yeah, and then it doesn't bother you anymore for any sort of purchases or anything like that. So yeah, great little mobile version of Luminous Remastered. It's a great game to have, a great little puzzler to have on a mobile device. Puzzle games are great for phone play anyway. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's what I've been playing this week. So I will hand it over to Mr. Greg Seward at this point, Mr. Splatoon Raider hater.
Yeah, so you play
Greg
one of the
Seward.
worst games of the year, Splatoon Raiders.
No.
Man, I'll tell you what, though, with that also having motion control on by default, boy, I actually posted that in our.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's how the Splatoon series works. Motion control is like one of the benefits, I think, of the Switch. Were you playing it in handheld or docked? I'll ask you that. Docked, okay. Yeah, I
tend to play a lot of Switch games handheld, unless they're like puzzle games, because I really don't like the way the Joy-Cons feel.
Right.
At all.
Right.
I would much rather play with like my 8-bit controller.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, the motion controls, it does take a little bit of time to get used to, and you can turn them off, thank God. So
Do you play handheld using the motion control?
yeah, I use the motion
Really?
controls. Internal.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, when Splatoon came out on the Wii U, it used motion controls, and
No.
I got used to them on the Wii U.
Okay.
And it's actually I find it very precise, and
Well, I mean, if you're used to them.
I'm faster with it than I am the right stick.
Sure.
So, and honestly, the game uses both all the time anyway. So it's motion controls and right stick. So it's not like you use either or.
Right.
You can use both. And so that's what I generally do, and make small adjustments using the motion controls and larger swings of the camera using the right stick. So,
okay.
I really like the motion controls, but I understand when people don't, like yourself.
Do you? I feel like you say you understand, but
yeah, I understand. I get it. I get it. Yep.
As I've been saying before, I've been playing the Breaking Point story modes found across 3 different versions of EA Sports / Codemasters F1 games. And I'm pretty deep into, I think I'm in the second half of Breaking Point 2, which was in F1 23, which is, it's great. I'm still really enjoying it. I mean, there's not a whole lot new here, although it is interesting to jump 2 years ahead in the game because the physics model changed. So playing it like after just finishing playing around with F121 was a little jarring, but still really enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to sort of getting it out of the way so I can get into F125 and really start playing the actual latest game in the series. And I do want to get my wheel set up and actually start playing like season mode in the F126 DLC that I've got.
Right.
So, but I just kind of want to get through this as well. So, because it's a fun way to sort of try different tracks in different situations. So, really enjoying it. The other thing besides Splatoon Raiders that I started playing this week was Halo Campaign Evolved. Came out this week. The remake of the original Halo. So unlike Master Chief Collection, this is not a game where you can press a button and see the old graphics and all that stuff. But this is I guess it's not really a ground up remake. It really feels like the main difference here is that all the cutscenes have been remade and re-scripted and re-recorded. Other than that, it's pretty much the same game. I feel like it's still using all the same level geometry as the original Halo back in 2001. Which, actually, I think they've added run. I think there was no run button in the original Halo, and they've added a run button here. And
you might be right.
They also added 3 new missions, which are sort of prologue missions to the original game, which I dove in and started playing the first one. And like they kind of, I forget the name of the sergeant. There's like this sergeant that you see, Johnson, I think his name is, fairly briefly in the original game. When the Pillar of Autumn is being attacked by the Covenant and boarded, you see this. He's clearly based on Apone from Aliens. I mean, the whole game's based on Aliens. Let's just be honest. But like he's clearly meant to be Apone from Aliens, Sergeant Apone from the Aliens film. And anyway, they've given him a larger role, and in these new prologue missions, it's Master Chief and Johnson doing these missions. Which was okay. It's definitely get played up for comic effect. Like his character, and so his character is much more prominent so far in the remade campaign. But really what he does is he mostly just comes on the screen and mugs for camera. Like it's actually pretty annoying.
Okay.
Like he just keeps smirking. It's like Jim from The Office. Like he's constantly turning and smirking at the camera.
Okay.
For some reason. So sure, whatever. So I played some of one of the new missions and it's like, this is okay. It's nothing special. and it's like, I'm just going to go play the thing I know I like, which is the old campaign again. So I'm, probably about an hour into it. It looks nice. The graphics looks like they're rebuilt from the ground up. But again, I think they're using the same level geometry. I don't think they've changed the levels or the objectives, but I'm not that far into it. I'm still in sort of that opening stage where you're going around trying to find the different lifeboats and everything. So,
and when you say you don't think they've changed the geometry, you should go back and maybe watch the Digital Foundry video on this, because they do comparisons between the original, the Master Chief Collection version, and then this version. And actually, like, a lot of the environments are quite different looking, even though the amount of space that they're taking up and everything looks the same. But
I guess that's what I'm trying to get at, is that
the lighting's different. Like, the environments themselves
looks much better.
Different.
It looks much better. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, I feel like the layout of the levels is still the exact same.
Right. Okay.
Which has aged not as well over the past 25 years. You know what I mean? Like, you're still these big open areas. Big open areas. So far.
You think?
And I'm thinking that, like, I'm really curious when I get to, like, the library section, if it's going to be as repetitive as it was back then. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting at. Is, it looks very nice, but when you play it, it definitely feels 25 years old. Is kind of what I'm getting at, which I'm okay with, because I love the original Halo. Great game.
Yeah,
I really, I have lots of nostalgia for it. So I'm happy to just put it on easy and go shoot some guys, and that's fine. But it shows its age from a gameplay standpoint, I would say. So
okay. Yeah, I haven't played this. I kind of
constantly.
I kind of want to. I mean, I loved the original Halo campaign. Like, it's great, but there's just too much else to play right now. And I know if I picked this up, so I don't have Game Pass anymore, so I wouldn't play it on Game Pass.
Oh, but, I don't know that I would. I don't think I could justify paying full price for it.
Yeah. But so I didn't pick it up, but there's too many other things to play, and too many other things coming out that I'd want to play more than this, even though I do love the original Halo quite a bit.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, that's what I'm playing.
That's it.
Wow,
it's gonna be a short show. Jeez. I guess that means it's time to head to Blue Skies.
Let's do a lot of Blue Sky stuff then.
Sure, let's do it. Yeah.
I didn't sing. I'm sorry.
Sing it.
I'm embarrassed now.
We're heading to Blue Skies.
I wanna fly sky high. Let's go. Is it go or roll? I think it's let's go together. Let's go together. There you go.
Yeah. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias, that weirdo guy who says, any halfway Game of the Year frontrunners yet? I have one.
Yeah, what's that?
Splatoon Raiders. Splatoon Raiders. I'm hoping, now that game came out, I'm hoping that we have a Nintendo Direct soon where they announce a whole bunch of new content for it. And yes, I will pay another $50 for more content for this game. I'd be more than happy to. Anyway, you were saying...
I would say I've got 3 games that I'm pretty sure will be in my top 5.
What are they?
Resident Evil Requiem. Oh yeah, 4 games. Resident Evil Requiem, Darwin's Paradox, Vampire Crawlers, and 007 First Light.
Very nice.
Those have all been wonderful games. Really enjoyed them, playing them this year. So
yeah, I have at
maybe
least
Splatoon
3.
Raiders 5th, but I doubt it.
That'll be your biggest disappointment of 2026.
No, it won't.
That someone made you play,
because it's a good game.
It's a very good game,
quality game. It's just not a game for me.
I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. Splatoon Raiders is on my list. Pragmata is on my list as well. That's another game that I finished, by the way.
Yes.
And so that is up there for sure. And then Pokemon Pokopia.
Right.
So those are
my daughter's
3 that I really love.
My daughter's only home for another month, and we did not get Pokopia. Pokopia, which I think she really would have liked, but it's not worth getting where she's going back to school and she doesn't have a Switch 2. So,
oh well, yeah, that makes
she's not
sense.
taking mine.
Nope,
Nuh-uh.
not allowed.
Nuh-uh.
As you look at the schedule, or you look ahead towards the end of the year, is there anything that you think we will see on your list?
I mean, Wolverine,
Marvel's Wolverine.
I gotta think Wolverine might make the list. Just that I'm honestly just basing it on how much I loved Spider-Man. I realize they're two very different characters, and it's probably going to play a lot different.
Yeah,
but just based on the quality of the 3 Spider-Man games they released,
right?
I gotta think that it's going to be in the running.
I am very curious about what else you do besides just slicing through hordes of dudes.
Me too.
Like,
yep.
That
hordes of dudes.
Hordes of dudes.
I mean, I think also you got to have Grand Theft Auto 6. I got to anticipate that's going to be on there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I am really. I think the wild card for me right now is Resonance, just because it's a Plague Tale game, which I've absolutely adored. The first 2 Plague Tale games, I realize is going to be a very different game. So
you keep hitting your microphone, by the way.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I realize it's going to be a very different game, but I mean, again, the quality, those games, the stories have really carried those games for me, and they're one of the things that I absolutely love about them. So I got to assume that it'll be up there.
Yeah, that comes out later this month too, so it's coming up quick.
The other game that I'm still really interested in, that who knows where it'll end up, but Star Wars Galactic Racer looks really good.
Yes,
it looks really good.
It does.
So
absolutely.
That's there too. So there's a lot. There's a lot coming down the pike that could end up on the list for sure.
Yeah, for me, it's Ocarina of Time remake.
Oh, see, and there's that too. I completely forgot about it.
Wherever that kind of falls, like, because Ocarina of Time is the game that made me love The Legend of Zelda. Not that I didn't like Zelda games before that. I enjoyed Link to the Past quite a bit, but I didn't like. I wouldn't have said like, oh, I'm a fan of all of these games until Ocarina of Time showed up. I think it being in 3D helped that. But anyway, and then Grand Theft Auto, I can't imagine will be on my list, even though I am planning on playing it. But maybe the Halloween game that comes out in early September. Being a fan of asymmetrical horror games, and this one, has a multiplayer mode and it has a single player mode too. So, excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yeah. So that could be on there as well.
When is oh my God, what's the game I'm thinking of? It was an
Orbitals?
indie game. What's that?
Is it the 2-player Orbitals game on Switch 2?
No.
Okay. What are you talking about? Indie game? What?
Sequel to an indie game that I really loved. I loved so much I can't ever remember the name of it.
You must.
But I don't remember if it comes out this year or next year. I think it's next year.
Much. What kind of game is it? Describe.
It's an action game. Third-person action game.
Third-person action game. Indie game. I have no idea.
Forget the name of it. I don't think it comes out this year. I think it comes out next year.
Probably.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Edit this out.
No, not going to do that. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Motang, who says, with back-to-back AA titles from Nintendo.
Oh, sorry. Wait. You're not excited about Townfall? Silent Hill Townfall? That comes out this year too.
Silent Hill Townfall. So potentially, yeah, potentially.
I figured you'd be all over that.
What I've seen of it looks good. Yeah, I think it depends on what reviews come in.
Okay,
for that one. I've heard a lot of positive things. So maybe, yeah,
maybe, possibly.
Yes. Okay, back to Motang.
Sorry.
Back-to-back AA titles from Nintendo, Star Fox and Splatoon Raiders. I would call Splatoon Raiders a AAA game. What other AA titles would you like to see? Here's hoping for a Kid Icarus game that is all 3D.
Here's the thing. Splatoon Raiders, AA title?
AAA. I would call
I
it
would call that
quadruple A.
AAA.
I would call it
Oh God, thanks, Ethan.
quadruple A. No, you mean Yves Guillemot.
Wow.
Since he called Skull and Bones a quadruple A game.
I remember that. No, I'm just saying I don't know that I would call Splatoon Raiders a AA game.
You would call it a AAA game?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's becoming a tentpole. At least in Japan, it's becoming a tentpole franchise, right? Like,
absolutely.
I would not put Star Fox on the same level as Splatoon. So if we're calling Star Fox AA, which I kind of agree with,
okay,
I don't know that I would say it's at the same level as Splatoon.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think Splatoon
splitting hairs,
is up there. It's I mean, they've done 4 games and 2 DLC campaigns over the last. It's not even been,
and it sells,
it has
like
been 10 years.
Gangbusters in Japan.
Gangbusters.
I mean, it is so popular.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, other sort of not lower tier, but not necessarily upper echelon Nintendo games. I mean, Kid Icarus, that's sure.
Yeah,
I see that. I would love to see a new Advance Wars. I know we had the remake.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love to see a new F-Zero.
You think they'll ever do that?
No, but I didn't think they'd ever do anything more with Star Fox either.
That's true.
So
yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, I obviously want them to do another Luigi's Mansion. I think that's pretty much
yes.
They will do that, right?
That's and that is a AA franchise. Although I love it so much, I never think about it when we say.
Wait, you think Luigi's Mansion is a AA franchise?
Yeah, I think you can make an argument for that.
I would say after 3, it's a AAA franchise, just because.
Well, you're saying that once we hit that threshold, it's
just because of how well 3 sold. Yeah.
Did it? Okay, I don't remember. Did it sell really well?
It sold really well. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue it. I love Luigi's Mansion.
I love the fact that the first game. I love the first game back when it came out on GameCube. I thought it was fantastic, but it did not sell well, and critics in the US did not like it very much.
Well, some critics didn't like it. I can think of a couple critics that loved it.
Yeah, there were some critics that loved it, me included on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did I give it a 9.5? It was
you
either
gave it
a 9 or
score,
9.5 in EGM.
I don't remember necessarily.
It was something like that. But
I'm going to go look it up while you're talking.
Okay. And then I remember when they announced the sequel on 3DS. Nintendo Directs, I generally don't have that moment where I stand up and cheer, but that one I actually did do that for. Like, I'm not that guy that stands up and cheers during announcements, but that one I was like, holy shit, like my dream has come true. They've made a sequel to this game that I love. And I loved it so much I bought it twice. I bought the physical and I bought it on digital too. So
I don't understand you guys doing that.
Well, this one it came out a few days early if you bought it at PAX East. They were selling it. They were selling it at PAX East, and I bought it there for that reason, and then bought it again digital.
Any disappointment I felt over the GameCube launching without a Mario game was gone after playing Luigi's Mansion. It's so different from any other 3D character-driven action title I've played in the last 5 years. Every room is like an Easter egg hunt filled with surprises that'll make you tingly all over.
That sounds like
especially if you're a longtime Nintendo fan. Uncovering little details like discovering things you didn't see before in mirrors, etc., make you realize how finely crafted this game really is. The controls take about 5 minutes to get used to. They're really intuitive. If you're getting a GameCube, you owe it to yourself to buy this. You won't be disappointed, said Chris Johnston of Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Yeah.
When he gave the game a 9.
A 9. Okay. Yeah.
Which was...
That makes sense. Was that the highest?
3.5 points higher than what Shu gave it.
I know.
Gave it a 5.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What a
we
great
still
little
love Shim.
game. Anyway, yeah,
Oh
we
man,
do. We do.
so good. I've played through
What
it
a
so
great
many
game.
times. Love that game.
Yeah. All right. I mean, hey, you don't like Splatoon Raiders. What would you give that on an EGM scale?
Oh, probably give it the old standard 7.5.
A 7.5 is a good score. That's a
I
good
don't feel
score.
that strongly about this game, but I don't hate it. So,
But it's
but
not
see,
EGM average then?
the difference is, here's the thing.
Mm,
Most of the time, I was looking at our reviews as product reviews.
right.
I mean, the artistic element of it was important. That's why I gave Guitar Man such a low score. Gave it like a
That's
6 or
true.
6.5.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was worth the money. But I tried to, as much as I could, I tried to balance my own opinions with what I thought our readers would be interested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
think you had to do that personally. I mean, but that was my philosophy anyway. So I would have definitely erred on the side of a higher score based on its quality. And yeah, for sure. I wouldn't have killed it in a review just because I didn't necessarily love it.
Right. I forget what The Guardian gave it. It was like a 4 out of 10, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, they gave Splatoon Raiders a 4 out of 10 or something. Something like that.
Wow.
They dragged it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget what
like
the
one of the highest rated games on the Switch too.
From the user score on Metacritic, yes, it's one of the highest.
Oh, that's what it is
of all time, actually.
Right.
Based on user reviews, which those can be gamed, and obviously there's a very big Splatoon fan contingent. So I don't know if I would put too much stock in that, but it is a great game. But it only has like an 80 Metacritic. Like it's not like
The Guardian gave it 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, yeah. Which I think is crazy because it's so well made, and especially later in the game. I agree with you early on, the levels are a bit vanilla and boring, but later on they really amp up quite a bit and are different in terms of level layout and things. And I found that to be really, really fun, but they do kind of wait until later in the game to show you some of that stuff, unfortunately. Yeah. Alrighty, maybe they'll bring back Codename Steam. You remember that game?
Codename Steam. I remember that game.
I don't think that game is that bad with the patch that they put out later to fix a lot of the waiting around that you had to do, because you had to wait around for the enemy to make their moves, and there was no speeding it up initially, and now you can speed it up after the patch, which I thought improved it quite a bit. And speaking of that, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 patch, or the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of that came out. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was released in the launch year of the Switch. It was a December release, if you remember, back in 2017. And it looked pretty rough in handheld. And even in docked, it looked pretty rough. And the Nintendo Switch 2 edition updates it so that it's 60 frames a second on handheld and in docked, and it looks a lot better.
How many Xenoblade Chronicles games are there now? Like officially,
3.
How many? 3
Chronicles.
It feels like there should be about 50. It feels
there's
like
3.
Every other month I hear about a Xenoblade Chronicles release.
There are 3. However, they did for 2. They did a DLC game, which is like I think they even released it as a separate game.
Okay.
But it's a side story for 2. And then I think Xenoblade Chronicles 3 also has some DLC in it.
Okay.
But for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, they improved the frame rate, they added a game mode, and they added a new character as well. And there's some speculation. The new character is from the Xenosaga games. You remember?
I remember the Xenosaga games.
I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles is the latest. Exactly. Is like the latest game in this long series, this creator that started on the PlayStation 1 with Square, right, with Xenogears. And then had this idea for just a sprawling story and sprawling world that they never got to realize at Square. And then Bandai Namco picked it up, and that's where Xenosaga comes in. And then Bandai Namco decided they didn't want to make any more of those, and Nintendo picked
Didn't
it
they
up.
make like
So
5 of them?
I don't know if they
Pretty
made
big
5,
series,
but
wasn't it?
it was a big series. But they also did like chapter 1, 2. Like
That's what I'm
there
saying.
was at least one game that was released as like 3 separate games, which now is a regular thing if you're an RPG player. But
I guess they only did 3 of them. Yeah.
But there's some speculation that Nintendo has actually bought the rights out from Bandai Namco for Xenosaga. And the
Wow.
reason that this new character is added to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is because now Nintendo owns the rights to that. And that would be pretty interesting. I never played Xenogears. I never played Xenosaga, but I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in part because it was a Switch game released in the first year of the system's life, and it came out in December, and I was just like feeling that RPG. I was in the mood for an RPG at that time. So, and I played really deep into it. I think I'm towards the end of the game. I loaded up my save after buying the $10 Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade. And I don't know what the hell I was doing. And I almost want to like restart so I can relearn the
You probably
battle
should.
mechanics. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's one of those games that only has one save per profile, in which case I'd start a new game and erase my progress from before. So maybe I'll have to like start and I'll create a new profile on my Switch 2, start a new game, get the hang of the battle mechanics, and then go back to my previous save.
There you go.
Yeah, that is a thing I could do. So let's do this next question from Hacker Alias. Oh, from listener Adam. We won't
just
say
Adam.
Hacker Alias. That's Adam. With the Ocarina of Time remake approaching, what was your favorite boss in the original title? So I will bring up.
God. It's been
page.
Okay, I was going to say it's been so long I could not tell you the bosses at all.
Yeah, the bosses Goma, Dodongo, Baronade, Phantom Ganon, Volvagia, Morpha, Bongo Bongo, and Twin Rova.
I really don't remember. Phantom Ganon looks really cool.
Phantom Ganon does look cool. I actually loved the final boss fight with Ganon. So the approach to that boss too, like going up the stairs of Hyrule Castle in 3D was just like such, and you hear Ganon playing on the piano or the organ, and as you go up the stairs it gets louder and louder, and then you enter the room and see him playing the organ.
This design, the Ocarina of Time Ganon, like the standard, my favorite design of Ganon ever.
Oh yeah, mine too.
So cool in this game. Like I used to actually have a little figure of him that I think it was part of a bigger set, but I always just kept that one around because, oh my God, I just love the character design of Ganon in this game.
Absolutely.
So I'm actually really excited to see how they translate that for the remake.
Yeah, me too. Even this art style, even the Ocarina of Time art style, just great. Just really, really great. I don't know if I should be concerned of what they're going to do for the remake, but I hope it still has these touches of, the lines and the details on the character costumes.
Just
and everything.
Very attractive design.
Yeah, and the N64 obviously couldn't do the fidelity of this Ganon design, but maybe the remake will.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think that final battle with Ganon was my pick on this. Although I also love the Dodongo fight is fun, of course. Throwing bombs into
Dodongo hates smoke.
Mouth.
Dislikes smoke, sorry.
Yeah. And Goma, of course, I think Goma is when you have the bow and arrow, right? Because you have to shoot Goma.
I really don't remember. It's been so long. It's been 30 years since I played this game properly.
The slingshot with the Deku nuts. Maybe that's what it is. But man, I love Ocarina of Time. I'm really looking forward to that remake. Maybe they'll do Majora's Mask after. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Because I still have never finished Majora's Mask.
Me neither. That is another game that I really, really want to finish, but it's just so weird.
Yeah.
and I
It
just
is so
I
weird.
always lose momentum.
Yeah. Oh, Captain Logan said it was the slingshot with Goma. Yeah. Yeah. But a really fun boss fight in the Deku Tree. That's the first boss.
I love the Deco Tree in that game.
Yeah. Very interested to see how all of this stuff will play out in the remake. Yeah. Let's do another here from Hacker Alias Motang. It says,
Let's
what
do
are
it.
your thoughts on recent high-level ports on Switch 2, like Assassin's Creed Shadows, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, and Star Wars Outlaws? Do any of these make you want to replay them? Here's the thing about like the high-level ports. I am not going to rebuy a game I already bought on PS5.
That's kind of my thing too. Is I don't, especially bigger games like that, I don't tend to go back and replay them. Like,
Yeah.
I might 10, 15 years from now, but not immediately, not within a year. Like, even thinking back to The Last of Us was a good example of that, where great game. Remember when it came out, played through it, loved it. And then was it the PS4 that basically launched with like a Last of Us remake?
Yep.
And it had been less than a year, I think. And I was like, as much as I love that, as much as I love that game, I'm not replaying a 20+ hour game a year later. Like, it just ain't happening.
Yeah.
So because of that, I don't tend to play those sort of high end ports on the Switch 2.
But I replayed it 8 years later when they
absolutely
did the PS5.
yes. I remember. Yes, it was the same thing. I think the show bought it for us, and just to kind of see what it was like, and it had been long enough that I played through it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
such
a great game.
Such a good game. Yeah.
But I need that separation on big games like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I do too. Or I'm definitely not going to buy it for full price. Like Star Wars Outlaws, if it was on deep discount, maybe. But then I did end up purchasing the Resident Evil 9 Requiem game on Switch 2, just because that being an impossible port, and it came out when that game came out. So I bought it on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Which I still gotta get back to that.
Resident Evil 9 is so good. Although, I was a little bit bummed because so my my daughter, my oldest, again, home from school, and her best friend, who also goes to the same school as her, home as well, and then another one of their very close friends who's actually heading off to a different school. So they've been spending a lot of time together this summer, and they all like video games, and they got on a horror game kick. And they got on a Resident Evil kick. And of course, I own these games, so they've been coming down, and it's actually been so like heartwarming to watch, because they sit on that couch behind me, the three of them, and pass the controller around and play through these. And they've played through. They didn't like Requiem though, which really bummed me out. Okay. Well, you know what it is, and I totally get it based on their personalities. They enjoyed the opening section of Requiem. I'm forgetting the character's name. What's her name? Anyway, they enjoyed her sections, but then there's that big, long, the Leon sections in those games are just
Grace
shooting, right? It's just Macho Man.
Grace Ashcroft.
Grace, yes. They love the Grace Ashcroft stuff. But then you get into this big section where it's just Leon, this super macho action star shooting everything section, and it turned them right off.
Really?
They're just their personalities. They're not about that at all. So I was like, oh, that's too bad. But then they decided
that's half the game,
right?
So you'd like one half and not the other.
But then they decided to go back and play through 7 instead. So they sat and played through, because I had never played Resident Evil 7. So they sat and played through that, and then they sat and played through, and they just recently finished Resident Evil 8. And now they're playing The Last of Us.
Oh wow, okay.
And that's good. It's like so much, because I spend a lot of time sitting here, especially on the weeknights. I'm usually tapping away on working on a video or something like that. So I'm in the room, and but I'm like absolutely sort of listening, and I just I'm loving that they're experiencing this stuff together as friends, and passing the controller around, and the very strong reactions to especially jump scares and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of jumping and screaming and that sort of thing. Like, I've told her friend Patrick that I find it so entertaining to listen to him play these scary games, because he reacts so strongly to things. Anyway, It's great. It's been like one of the. It just fills me with joy. Like it's been one of my favorite things this summer to sort of watch and listen to them playing these games.
That's
But they didn't like
fantastic.
Requiem because of the Leon
Oh,
sections.
that's surprising.
So yeah,
But I get it.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe I'll end up playing that new Silent Hill with my daughter because I played Silent Hill F
Yeah,
with my daughter.
that's why I thought you'd say it was one of your
so it's
anticipated to be like a top 5.
Possible that I'll play it. My daughter, by the way, has really gotten into Greek mythology after the Odyssey.
Nice.
Came out.
Pretty
And
cool.
she's also a big fan of, there's a musical on YouTube, I think fan made, for the Odyssey. And so I downloaded that Ubisoft game that came out in 2020. You remember the Greek mythology game that they put out?
Oh, yes. I know exactly the game you're talking. I have a copy of it. A friend of mine gave me a copy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Right. Yes.
Which I really enjoyed that game quite a bit.
A lot of people did.
Yeah. But it didn't sell well enough to make a sequel or anything, which is unfortunate because now they could kind of cash in on that.
Yeah. Right. I mean, Ubisoft's a hot mess. So
Ubisoft, yeah. But I re-downloaded Immortals Phoenix Rising, and I think we're going to play that. And then my daughter has been watching YouTubers play Detroit Become Human.
I really enjoyed that game.
And I never played it. I'm kind of curious. I was always curious about it, but it's a David Cage game, and I didn't really love the gameplay when I played the demo for it.
Sure.
But she's been watching these YouTubers play it and is into it and saying all these lines from the game.
That's awesome.
So I downloaded it now on my PS5. So we may end up playing Detroit Become Human as well. So that'll be fun to play.
I love that you get to have that experience with her, because my kids and I don't necessarily play a lot of games together, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should do a pass the controller kind of thing. Oftentimes she wants to just watch me play through something, or if it's a scary game, she is not.
And I mean, don't discount that. She's still getting a lot out of that.
That's true.
I mean, she's still playing it with her dad just because she's not using the controller. That's going to be a core memory down the line. So
yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of the Odyssey, we bought tickets for the Odyssey. Man, I can't get over, because we're going to see it in IMAX. We had to buy the tickets a month out.
Whoa.
Not that we have a lot of IMAX screens around here. We have one, I think, but maybe two. But we had to buy the tickets way in advance.
Oh.
And those shows are selling out.
That's crazy.
Movie's a monster.
Yeah. I'll watch it when it comes to streaming, probably.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe in the theater.
It might take a while to come to streaming with how successful it is in the theater.
That's true. If my daughter wants to see it again, she's already seen it. If she wants to see it again, I'll probably go with her.
I know we're just talking about movies now, but the other, I just watched Masters of the Universe this week.
Oh, is that on streaming?
It is. It's on, up here anyway, it's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
On video.
Cool. I need to see that.
It is.
I'm kind of excited about it because I heard it was just popcorn fun, like bubblegum.
It is absolutely. Fun. It's I would never, ever, ever argue it's a good movie. But I was so entertained by it.
Okay. That's all I want out of it.
Yeah. They have there's this running gag, which I'm going to spoil for you. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
But that I got so much joy out of. So, of course, if you remember, I don't know, were you a He-Man kid at all?
Yes, very much.
So most of us were. So. He-Man was so huge.
Yeah.
And if you had the toys, a lot of the character names were really stupid.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
It's usually Ram Man and Moss Man and So it's and not that this movie takes itself very seriously or anything like that, but it's you're sitting there thinking, how can you have any gravitas when you're dressing Moss Man? You know what I mean? So the way they handled it was the whole storyline is that Adam spends a long time away from Eternia. And so when he comes back, he doesn't know anybody's name, but his memory of them, he created nicknames for them when he was a kid. So that's what he'll point at. So Ram Man, you're Ram Man. And everyone will give a quizzical look. It's well, you ram stuff and you're a man. and like Fisto and Mossman. It's really funny. Like it's a running gag where every now and then they'll just pull out these stupid names that are the actual character names, but just as a gag, and it's really effective. Anyway, it's a fun movie. I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
but it's not a good movie.
Well, it doesn't have to be a good movie to be entertaining. Like,
yeah,
it's not a prerequisite.
Yeah,
I have to watch that.
You do.
Yeah, maybe I'll load it up on a device for my trip. We'll see.
There you go.
Yeah. Is that it? I think that might be it.
I don't know. Do we have? Let's we're at an hour and almost 20. Do we get one more? Do we get any more Blue Sky? Do we have anything else?
If you want to do
one more
Blue Sky that's been sitting on our outline forever.
Sure.
Okay, let's do this one from Hack.
As long as the fact that I didn't prep for it isn't going to make it lame, but
this will be quick. Sparkles24, who says in one of Leon's sections, Resident Evil Requiem, you're going through these bombed out buildings in Raccoon City, and one is named Willis Sears Tower. Some people think Raccoon City is based off Chicago. I say phooey. You can clearly see mountains, arc clay, in most of the vistas. There ain't no mountains in Chicago. It's not really a question, more of a statement. But yeah, who cares about accuracy?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily based on Chicago.
Right.
It's fictional. It's Raccoon City, right? So
Raccoon City, it could be anything.
Wasn't Raccoon City supposed to be like a northeastern city though? Or am I misremembering that?
I don't know, actually. Yeah. Not sure. But I am okay with that. That's fine. Maybe there should be mountains in Chicago. It would be a lot better skyline if there were.
That's true.
Mountains. Something to look at.
That's true.
Every time I drive down
the
road, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Every time I go for a drive and I see mountains, I just love it.
I'll tell you,
I grew up in flat Midwest, Chicago, nothing.
When we went to Calgary a couple years ago for my son's lacrosse championships, seeing his reaction to the Rockies for the first time was, because it's not that we're not flat, it's not flat land where we're at, but we don't have anything like the Rockies.
Right.
So he was just like mouth agape when he first saw them, and which I knew he would be because he'd never seen anything like that before in his life. So having big mountains around is always nice. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Love it.
Chicago would be better with mountains.
It would be. See, they've improved Chicago. They've improved on
There you go. They added zombies and mountains, and it made Chicago better.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on your Blue Skies, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you will find our contact information. You'll find after shows and bonus content and show notes and links to everything that we talked about. All the episodes right there for you. And if you click into a show note thing on an episode, you'll find all those links and things. And there's even links to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com. It's shiny and new.
It is.
Or you can load up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on youtube.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Just follow our Blue Sky account to find out when we're doing our next live show, typically every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Atlantic, or 5:30 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
And if you're in between any of those time zones, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And if you like what you heard and how could you can head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. It helps us keep the lights on, do all the stuff we need to do to keep this show running. It buys me games that I end up not liking. Sometimes it buys me games that I really enjoy. But hey, it's a crapshoot. If you're a subscriber of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode. We record it live after this, where we play games crack-wise, do other stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ, do we have an after show? Do we?
We do, indeed. We do, indeed. We have an after show quiz from Hacker Alias, Phallic Metaphor, who has sent us a Halo quiz.
Oh.
So you're playing Halo.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be good at this.
You know Halo.
Sure.
So we're going to be doing a Halo Jeopardy quiz. And
famously, my memory is very strong. So,
yeah, mine too, when it comes to game series that I haven't played in a while. Maybe our listeners will do better.
I was just thinking. So a buddy of mine that Mike and Jim, my friend Jim, Mike and I always have a good laugh at him because he'll start a story about something and just immediately forget the name of whatever it is he's referencing. It's like, I was watching that movie there. You remember that movie? And he'll just as he gets ready to say the name, he just like comes to a dead stop.
Yeah.
And then it's just like and then we all sit there trying to guess what the hell he's talking about. And it's without fail, and it's so funny. And oh my God, we're all getting so old.
We had that situation earlier in the show when you were talking about that indie game.
I know.
It's spreading. It's contagious.
It starts with a K. Maybe. Kira. You're Kira?
I don't think that's a thing.
Keanu.
Kenna. Kenna.
That's it. I was close. Keanu was close. There's a sequel to Kenna coming out.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not this year, I don't think. I think it's next year.
Sure it's not this year?
I remembered it after a while.
It apparently is a to-be-announced 2026 game. The Scars of Cosmora.
So that's another one that I might end up on my top 5. Because
It'll likely get delayed,
I almost remembered the name.
At this point, we haven't heard a date for it. I imagine it gets delayed. But maybe that's just me.
Maybe they're the only people ballsy enough to release on the same day as Grand Theft Auto 6.
No, that's Nintendo.
I would respect them for that.
You would respect that? You would buy it on launch day?
I would. I want to buy it on launch day anyway. I'm really excited for it because I can't even remember the name of the first game.
I'm very excited for it. It's one of my favorite games.
Very
I don't know what it's called.
The Keanu sequel.
By the way, the name of the game is the title of the character name that I can't. I get it though. I get it. I have those same issues on occasion. Yeah.
My brain's eating itself. If you have a few bucks left over, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/Greg Stewart. $3.
Also cheap.
Gets you early access to everything I release, which I'll be honest, it's been a while, but I'm getting there. Hey CJ.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting this week.
No problem. Thank you for joining me, Greg.
And you're not going to be here next week, right? You're going on vacation.
No, I'm not going to be. Yeah, that's right.
Should probably find a guest host.
You probably should.
Start looking beyond our Slack channel.
Yeah.
And thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in once again. We appreciate you. We like talking to you every week. We're glad you listen.
Sure do. Yeah.
Please join us again next week, won't you?
Bye-bye.
Bye.